Welcome to the Simply Breathing technique. It's a really, really useful tool to have, and it can help you deal with anxiety, it can help you deal with anger, it can help you get into a meditation, and it can help you alleviate stress and calm your mind before sleep. And although it may be quite simple, don't be judgmental on yourself if you struggle to get your head around it first time. Watch the video over and over until you feel that you're comfortable with the technique. You will notice I'm actually sitting on a block. However, that doesn't mean you can't sit on a cushion or something else that will just lift your hips. The reason is because we want to make sure that you're sitting on top of your tailbone, having a full elongation through the spine, which is going to help the lungs and the body breathe more comfortably. And let's also remember that when we're breathing, we're kind of breathing into an expansion, and we're trying to expand ourselves physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. So just remember that as we're breathing, that we're kind of, although we're breathing inwards, we're kind of letting the body come outwards at the same time. Now, you can close your eyes, and I might close mine, or you might want to watch the tutorial first and then sit with your eyes closed and practice without the guidance. Okay, so whatever feels comfortable for you. Now I'm sitting cross-legged, but that doesn't mean you have to. You can have your legs out in front of you, but just make sure the spine is straight. Okay, before we start, we're just going to drop the hands onto the knees and just relax the face. I'm just going to have a preparatory breath, so just breathing in. Part the lips and just let that go, let the body sink down and keep the spine straight. Okay, just with our hands, we're going to place them just underneath the rib cage, just near the belly button, into the tummy, and this is our zone 1. So we're just going to think about what we do when we breathe. Usually when we breathe up here quite a lot, but we're going to try and see if we can breathe and allow the tummy muscles to relax. Now I don't want you to breathe and force the expansion of the tummy muscles open, but just relaxing the body and letting the breath in. You should be able to feel that the hands kind of are moving underneath the palms. So let's have a think about that. Let's breathe in, just feel that sensation. And this is the time where it doesn't matter if your belly hangs out or you look bloated, because it's not about what you look like. So let's do that again, breathing in. Exhaling, just letting that breath go. Now think about breathing into the hands into zone 1, and as you exhale, just tucking the belly button back towards the spine and kind of using it as a bellows, as though you're pushing the air back out of the body. So let's do that again. We're going to breathe in and back. Now I've opened my mouth so you can hear the noise. You can have the mouth open, but it's always better really to do it through the nose when you're trying to calm the body down. But we can do it again. Take a breath in and exhale. And again. And exhale. Once you've found that zone 1 is fully active, we can move on to zone 2. If you're struggling with zone 1, you can just sit with that for a long time. It may take more than a few days to kind of master that release of those tummy muscles. So don't punish yourselves. Our zone 2 is into our rib cage, just above our tummy, into the rib cage here, around the sides of the rib cage. And I want you to think about just breathing into this area here and thinking about the rib cage expanding. So we're going to put hands kind of on the rib cage so we can kind of feel if that's happening. So let's take a breath in here, thinking about this area. And exhale, letting it go. You might notice the tummy also starts to get involved now as well. So that's okay. So breathing in and exhaling. Now we're going to include zone 1 and zone 2 in our practice. So we're going to breathe in here, and we're going to breathe for a slow count of 2. We're going to do it in our heads. And then when we feel this area is full, we're going to start to expand through the rib cage for a slow count of 2. As we exhale, we tuck the belly button back for a slow count of 2 and just kind of feel feel the rib cage coming back together for a slow count of 2. So we're going to do it for a count of 4. Don't worry if you need to watch this back or you need to go over this again. It can be quite confusing. So let's start with zone 1. Let's take that breath in. Zone 2. Stop at the top, and as you exhale from zone 1 first, and zone 2. Just concentrate on those two and that movement for the moment. So breathing in. Exhaling, activating the stomach muscles and the belly button. And again. And exhale. Last time. Exhaling. And let that go. And we're going to go on to zone 3. Now zone 3 is our chest, and this is where we mostly breathe when we're doing cardiovascular things. It's where most people actually do most of their breathing because they're not very good at this diaphragmatic movement down here. So we can put a hand on our chest to feel it rise. But again, don't just think about it lifting, think about it expanding outwards. So if we just put hands on our heart, take that breath in. See that lift. Exhaling, just let the breath take it back down. And again, stay with that breath in the chest. Let's go again. And exhaling. And then let's put all the zones together. So we're going to breathe into zone 1 for a count of 2. We're going to let that air fill up into underneath the rib cage for a count of 2, and then we're going to let the chest lift for a count of 2. As we exhale, although we kind of let the chest drop naturally, we're still going to tuck in from the tummy and then let the rib cage come in, and then let all the breath go. Try and do it for a count of 2 in, and a count of 2 into each zone, so that's a count of 6, and a count of 2 as we exhale from each zone, and that's another count of 6. So, quick preparatory breath. Place your hand here on your zone 1 and on your zone 2 to start with. Let's take that breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Exhaling from zone 1. Inhaling again. Exhaling. And again. Now once you've got that count and you can feel what's going on in the body, we're just going to drop the hands away. You can always put the hands back there if you're not sure. And I'm not going to speak, I'm just going to allow you to have time to do that breath. So we're going to repeat the sequence 6 times. Try and relax the features on your face, keep your spine straight, but keep your body open. And kind of smile, because this is it should bring joy into you and peace, rather than the concentration and the stress there. So let's take that breath in your own time. Allow the breath to fall back into a natural rhythm and just feel how peaceful you are. And if this helps you get to sleep or helps you enter into a place of meditation, just allow that to take you where it needs to. Okay. Namaste. Thank you.